Stop buying AI. Most people make the mistake of buying individual AI stocks, and I can tell you right now that's going to be the biggest mistake you're ever going to make. Buying singular companies is essentially betting on them to survive. If anything similar to the dot-com bubble happens, the odds of you picking the right winning AI stock are slim to none. Instead of buying individual stocks, do yourself a favor and buy AI-related ETFs instead. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the 3 ETFs that are going to cover the whole AI market without giving you the risk of purchasing just one singular stock. These ETFs are doing better than Nvidia, Microsoft, and Meta. One of these ETFs returned 93% this year, and almost nobody is talking about them. Let's not waste any time. Let's jump in. So this particular AI investment strategy consists of 3 ETFs. ETF 1 consists of stocks with the hardware that make AI run. ETF 2 is going to be the software and data powering the AI growth. And ETF 3 is fully concentrated on the future developments of AI, and it seriously surprises most people. My logic behind the first ETF basically comes down to what makes AI possible, which are chips. Every AI technology relies on chips. We all see the data centers that are being built all around the country. What are they housing? Servers. What are inside those servers? Chips. So without chips, there is no AI. So it'd be logical to invest into companies that are producing these chips going forward. So the first fund is going to be PSI. That's going to be the Invesco Dynamic Semiconductors ETF. In this ETF, we're going to find 30 US semiconductor companies producing the chips that we just talked about. Inside this ETF, we're going to find big names such as KLA Tencor, AMD, Broadcom, Nvidia, and Micron. Now, if we take a look at the performance of this fund so far, just this year, this fund has returned over 90%. To compare that to the S&P 500, which you're looking at about 10%. So we're looking at 9 times better returns than the S&P 500. When it comes to the future of this ETF, it looks bright. Most companies are investing more and more into these chips. It's the foundation for the technology that they're investing their company into. Just for example, Nvidia revenue is up 200% year over year, driven entirely by AI chip demand. As long as companies keep putting money into these chips, this ETF will continue to see returns. All right, but with this ETF, we're investing into the hardware of AI. What about the actual companies developing and using the AI? That's where the second ETF comes into play. The reason why the second ETF has so much potential comes down to the global AI market. Just between 2024 to 2030, in a course of 6 years, the global AI market is expected to quadruple in size. And that growth is going to go beyond the companies making the chips and into the companies actually using and developing that AI. So what ETF takes into account those companies that are growing the AI and developing it further? That's going to be the ETF AIQ. The ETF AIQ, or the Global X Artificial Intelligence and Technology ETF, consists of 92 companies that are involved in the development and utilization of AI and data. Since inception, this ETF has returned about 20% annually. Top holdings in this ETF include SK Hynix at 7.5%, Micron at 6.28%, Samsung at 5.35%, and AMD at 4.89%. We're looking at all the AI software and data foundation found in one single ETF. By putting money into AIQ, you're distributing your money against 92 different companies that are all working in the collective effort of developing AI and participating in that growing market. All right, so far we have 2 ETFs on our lists. We have PSI, which targets the actual hardware underlying the AI technology. Then second, we have the AIQ, which targets the actual AI ecosystem and the companies developing it and increasing its productivity. But ETF 3 is going to be the most concentrated ETF on this list, and it precisely concentrates on the future of AI. Yet no one's talking about it. Here's the problem with the majority of AI ETFs. There's a lot of overlap. If you look at QQQ, VU, or any other similar ETFs, you're basically buying a repackaged version of the Mag 7. So to solve this issue, we have to look for an ETF where the revenue is directly tied to AI. The goal here is to avoid ETFs that have AI in it or grow from AI just as a side effect. This is exactly where our third ETF, ARTY or ARTY, falls into place. ARTY tracks the Morningstar Global Artificial Intelligence Select Index. It's a concentrated portfolio of about 65 companies specializing in AI. With these companies, their revenue is directly tied to AI itself. The future of AI and the next NVIDIA are most likely found inside this ETF. All right, so a quick overview of the actual ETF. This ETF is going to consist of 65 companies that are purely tied to AI for their revenue. ARTY is global. It's not just based in the US. This ETF is also very transparent with its picks. You can see every company that's being added and removed and the reasons behind it. Companies like Marvel are included in this ETF, and even the CEO of NVIDIA joked around saying that this might be the next trillion-dollar company. So let's wrap up why we included these three ETFs specifically. Number one, we have PSI. PSI is going to be your hardware bet. We're talking the physical chips and the actual hardware required to make AI possible. Our second ETF is going to be AIQ. This is going to be the companies that are taking the chips and actually utilizing them, developing the technology and the ecosystem built around it. They're managing the data and they're building the whole ecosystem for the future. And our third ETF is going to be ARTY or ARTY. This is going to be our precision bet. This is meant to be the ETF that is investing into the future of AI, what is yet unknown with the highest potential. Out of the ones we talked about, this one's going to be definitely the most speculative and the most volatile. So with these investments, we have three different exposures with three different risk profiles, but all of them follow an underlying thesis. You don't need to pick a single company to benefit from the AI growth. If anything, you're doing yourself a favor by not allowing yourself to pick the one stock that fails, and then you miss out on the whole AI run completely. I personally own all of these ETFs mentioned in this video, but that doesn't mean that you should go out and invest all your money into them. Make sure to do your own research before you actually put money into anything anyone says online. None of this information in the video was financial advice. I'm just a 21-year-old sharing what I would invest my money into when it comes to AI. If you're curious about more AI-related content or other ETFs that would fit perfectly into the best AI portfolio, you can go ahead and check out my channel where I posted my previous video talking about the perfect AI portfolio for anyone looking to get started when it comes to investing into AI. Drop your comments below and let me know if you have been investing into any of the ETFs that we mentioned in today's video. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. For more content, go ahead and check out my channel. Hey, my name is Casey, and this was another investigative look into your wallet's future. I'll catch you in the next one.